Right. Okay, we are live. Perfect. Hi guys. Hope you all are doing good. So yeah, I'm live with Aditya. So he will be sharing his experiences. Like how did he's basically he moved to Germany recently, not recently, some time back, and he will be talking about his experiences after moving and all that. And also, if you are looking to become a data scientist, you are studying in a German university or you are an European university, so he will be sharing the tips for you also. So yeah, so basically, yeah, let's begin. Okay, hi Aditya, I'm so happy to have you on the channel on LinkedIn as well as on YouTube. So right now we are live on uh, two profiles. J- just give me 1 second. I think there is some problem with the chat. Let me see. Okay, guys, just comment in the chat if you are able to see us, or if you are able to. So just let us know in the chat. Okay, you are able to hear us and see us, so that we are sure. Okay, it's working fine, because I don't see anything here. I'm not quite sure you guys can post the comment. Seems like something problem with the chat. Oh, thanks for confirming. Thanks for confirming. Yeah. Okay, fine. So let's begin. So yeah, this is going to be so much useful, so much informative, considering he's coming from a background, from a tech profile, and then will be sharing about his knowledge being a data scientist, being a technical guys who are considering to move, who are studying in Europe, looking for a job, looking for internship. So how you can prepare well for for your move, or when you're looking for a job abroad, or you are looking for a job while studying here. Because right now I get a lot of queries from the students as well who are studying in Europe, that it's difficult for them. They don't know how to approach for the internships, what kind of technical things they can focus on. Yeah, thanks guys for confirming. For a second I was like wondering, like, what happened. So yeah, so okay, let's dive straight into that. So okay, hi Aditya. So first of all, thank you for coming on the channel. And can you please introduce yourself, and basically what you do and where do you come from? Yeah.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Aditya. I'm currently working as a data scientist in Germany for exactly a year now. Before that, I was working as a data scientist in India, in Gurgaon. So there is this company called HughesT Corporation in Gurgaon. So I was working there for 2.5 years. And before then, I did my bachelor's in like the BTech in information technology from a college which is based out of Delhi itself. And I completed my graduation in 2018, and then afterwards I straight started working as a data scientist, and then moved last year in Germany.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I think it's been 1 year, like you explained. It's been 1 year you are working in Germany now.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I came here like last year, I guess, 16th or 18th of November, and then I
Oh,
started working
yes.
from 1st of December. So yeah, it's exactly a year now.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. And the good thing is that, as you said, that okay, you just passed out of the college in 2018,
Yeah,
right? So it's just you are having a total experience of, let's say, around 3 years, roughly, right? Or
yeah.
maybe a little more. Yeah. So the what I see that okay, a lot of times I get the questions from the guys who are working abroad, who are working outside Europe, that I just have 1 year of experience. I just have 2 years of experience, or maybe 3 years. So can I move? Because I don't know if employers will be interested in me, right? But this proves that it's possible. But yes, we will be talking more in detail further in the questions. You can share, okay, what kind of strategies people can have, professionals can have when they are planning to move here. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's so nice. So as a data scientist, how does your day look like when you go to your office, or you are working from home maybe at this moment? So how does it look like in terms of what does a data scientist do as a professional? So yeah, so
Oh,
it's interesting to know. Yeah.
yeah, so I would just say, like, as a data scientist, there is no one typical day, like, which you can reflect and say, like, yeah, it looked like that, but it differs from one day to another. It can be that one day we
Mhm.
are brainstorming about a solution that we want. So the stakeholders will reach out to us and they'll be like, hey, we want to implement something like this. How can we implement this using machine learning? So then the team will go and do the brainstorming, like what kind of machine learning we will apply, what kind of algorithms we will do, what kind of use cases will be there, and everything. So on one day it can be just brainstorming. It can another day it can be doing the machine learning itself, like applying algorithm. Another days it can be deciding the evaluation metrics, like how do we want to predict the accuracy of a model. Then some days it can be just like putting everything on production. So basically a normal like if I would try to explain a typical day would be like you start your work, you connect with your team what they're doing, and you discuss like, okay, this is the goal of today or maybe for next 2 days, and then you start working on that. And it can also be that the stakeholders reach out to you and they want some analysis, so you also do that.
So typically, it's you can say it's an implementation cycle. Sometimes you are in the beginning, you are working on requirements, and then you are working on analysis, and then coming up with the solution, designing the solution, functional things, and then implementing it, verifying, and then finally move to the production. So that's
Yes.
so nice. So you talked about machine learning. So somebody who is studying in Europe, for example, and so for him, he's looking to prepare for the job, right? So getting the internship. So when you say machine learning or maybe some other things, maybe algorithms or for example, in the last discussion when we had some long back, so you talked about Python, and then there were other things you mentioned. So what things they can focus as a student if they are studying here?
Um, as a data scientist, you basically need two kind of skills. The one which is really important is the communication, and the another
Mhm.
one is the technical aspects of it. Like in technical, there are many things that we can focus on, but I would recommend that everyone focus on the two things, the technical, of course, and also the communication skills. The communication skills are really important, like how you uh, uh, narrate the data driven stories to your stakeholders. So focus on how you can improve your communication skills. This is one thing I would say, like how you present your data, how you do the visualization. This is one. Now how you can
Mhm.
improve the technical skills, and when especially when you're trying to find an internship. So yes, the very first important thing, you need to know one of the programming language. It can be Python, it can be R. Majorly people in the data science domain use Python, but there are also people who use R. So you can focus on whatever you prefer. Then of course there is like you should have a basic understanding of the maths and the statistics that goes behind the data science, and then the simple machine algorithms, like just not know the algorithms, but also like why do they exist. For example, if you use a loss function like logistic regression, in logistic regression we use log loss. Just don't know like why we use log loss, but know exactly the reasons why we do not use the mean square error, but we use the log loss. So like just try to understand the maths behind it, like why we are doing it and not just what we are doing. So if your base is clear and your basics are really nice, and so interviewers will be really impressed with you, and you can find a job. And other things that you can try is of course like start working on your profile by doing learning like how to solve like improving your problem solving skills. And how you can improve your problem solving skill is by reading different use cases, like for example how Amazon uses data science to solve their problem, how Gojek, like it's a company based out of Singapore, how do they use data science to solve their problem. So learn about like different companies, how do they apply machine learning and data science, and then it will help you like understand how we really apply data science in the real world, which will be asked more of the time in the interviews.
I got it. I got it. But the answer you have given is really wonderful, because what I understood from that, okay, it's not only applicable to students but also to the professionals. Let's say somebody is looking for a job from outside Europe, in Germany or in within Europe or maybe UK somewhere. Then yes, like you said, the case studies are really important for you, because at the end during the interview, when you clear the screening round, or sometimes you even get the case study in the beginning of the as the first interview, right? First some task kind of thing, and then you have to clear that case study. It could be their own case study, or they can give any global case study available in the industry from Amazon, Google, or anywhere else. But that's a very good point. meant for working professionals looking for the job from outside Europe, as well as students who are looking for the job within Germany or Europe. Yeah. So yeah, guys, definitely I see you are posting the questions, so we will be coming back to the questions very soon, because the session, I haven't planned the very long session, so we'll be finished in, like, let's say 20 to 25 minutes, and then we will be touching up your questions related to moving abroad, getting job, and then any question you have related to data science. Perfect, perfect. So tell us about, how did you end up becoming a data scientist, and then afterwards I want to know why you moved to Germany as a data scientist, working here in a company as a data scientist. So in a way, these are two questions. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's a very interesting question. And when I was doing my bachelor's, and so I was like every the student like who was doing the bachelor's in technology, they want to like get placed from the company itself. So I was trying to find a job, and I was trying to or planning to become a more of a backend engineer, like the Java engineer. So I got the on-campus placement in a company, and luckily, like when I went to that company, so I was waiting for one of the manager to reach me out and tell me like how can I start being a Java engineer. But luckily there was a opening for data science, and they say, hey, there is an opportunity where we are planning to train a person who takes this job and who will learn and at the same time will implement the data science solutions. So I took that opportunity, and that's how I landed up being a data scientist. So it was really, I would say, a very fortunate move for me that I was able to get this opportunity. Otherwise I would have been a Java engineer. But yes,
Yeah.
but when I became when I got the role, I was kind of still dicey, like that really I want to be a data scientist, or maybe I should move back to being a Java engineer. So but then I realized data science is a domain where it has a lot of maths and statistics, and also it has a lot of programmings. You need to know how to program in Python, like creating models, deploying it, and everything. So and since I liked programming, and I also liked maths a lot, so that's why I fell kind of in love with data science, and that's how I ended up being a data scientist.
Okay, fine. And that's so wonderful that, okay, that so you wanted to do something in technology, and then you got the opportunity to get into something where you wanted to be a programmer, plus you loved the maths. So now you are, somehow, you can say, you're working on both. So very very few people get such opportunity, that they do what they really like to do. That's so wonderful. Okay. Yeah. So I have two questions here. That if in one line, if somebody, let's say I don't know about data science. Okay, if I want to understand what data science is in 1 or 2 lines, what would you say for a layman, like a layman person, like who doesn't know anything technical?
Um, okay, so there are like different ways we can define it, but it's just basically you can think of like in today, like we are generating a lot of amount of data. Like even if we are opening our phone, we are just like even we are going through an app, we are generating data. So the amount of data that is being generated in the today's world is like it's huge, and the potential
You mean
that
in
we
the back end? In the back end, right?
yes, yeah.
Yes, yes.
So
How, like, where a user clicked on it, and then how much time user spent on the screen, what feature he has used, and then, yeah, this data goes back to the organization hosting the product or service. Yeah.
yes, and then like but just by using these kind of data, we can like apply some science on it and like understand the user behavior, like what do they prefer and what they don't prefer. And but this is just one part of it, like and this type of data science is known as recommendation systems. But we can apply data science everywhere. Like for example, there are like five table, like there is one table with 5 columns. We can analyze the data, like how different things influence another thing. So yeah, so this is how data
Kind
science.
of relation, finding the relation. Okay, if user is doing that, then what's he's going to do in the next, right? Kind of predictive modeling or something, right?
Yes, yeah.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And how's the future of data science? Not just, maybe let's just focus about Europe. Maybe how do you see the future of data science? Like, a lot of people are talking about it nowadays. So where do you see the future? Like, how is it going to be, or is there something else expected coming in, which will take over the data science place or something?
I honestly don't think so, because I think, like I mentioned, we are generating large amount of data, and it's just gonna keep increasing, because the number of smart devices we are creating, it will automatically generate large amount of the data. So we will need the data scientists or data analysts to to go through the data, understand the user behavior, understand the patterns which are hidden behind the data. So I think the future of data science is really bright, and especially when it comes to Europe, I see like there are multiple openings. Like if you just go on LinkedIn and search for a job, you would find like a lot of opportunities, and you just need to like apply and like crack the interviews. You will be here.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's nice. That's nice. So that means there are huge number of jobs are still expected to come in this field, which people can take advantage who are working abroad, who are outside Europe, who are outside UK. Still, if they are working on to the tech side, they can consider, okay, if they want to move. So that's the way to go for them. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of questions I see that people are asking, okay, how did you move to Germany? Maybe you can answer that question. So like I also asked earlier, so how did you like basically why you moved to Germany, and then how did you move to Germany?
The reason why I moved to Germany, there are many reasons, but it was like in 2019, I wanted to travel to Germany. So I started working in 2018 July, and then I wanted to travel to Germany. So I traveled, I traveled here in 2019 May, I would say, like, and for that I didn't have the money, so I did some freelancing. I earned some money from that, and using that freelancing, I traveled to Germany for at least 2 weeks. And then I realized like how good the country is, like in terms of there is no pollution. I understand the health and education system here, and of course the job opportunities. There are big companies. I mean, yes, the big companies are also in India, but here the pay is much better and everything. So like overall, like I really found like it's a very good country to live in. And like, and of course, as I am into traveling and I like traveling a lot, so it's kind of center of the Europe, and you get to travel a lot. So for example, this Netherlands is like 2 hours away from here,
Yeah,
especially from the city I'm living. So this was also one of the big inspiration that I wanted to come here. And then when I went back, I started like in my head it was clear that I want to come and find a job, and then find a job here and then come here. And then I started applying. I guess it was I had around 1 year and 3 years of experience. No, 1 year and 3 months of experience, and I started applying directly. But in the beginning there were a lot of rejections, which is of course normal. But I kept applying, and after I would say like 9 or 10 months, I finally landed the job as a data scientist at Trivago, which is in Dusseldorf, Germany. So yeah.
that's so nice. I'm happy that you mentioned about your experience. So guys, what I noticed, what he said, that when he started searching for the job, so he had a total experience of 1 year and 3 months. You can imagine, when he started looking for the job, he just had the experience of 1 year and 3 months, and then he put the faith in himself and started looking. But yes, journey was longer, as I already mentioned. It took him 8 to 9 months to get a job, right? But yes, you have to start, because 2 to 3 months anyway you will spend in analyzing the market, in understanding what the employers want from you, and how you can justify your applications, how you can justify your skills in your CV, in your cover letter, and in your application documents, how you can justify that you are the right fit during the interview process. So there are a lot of things. So people will ask many times, okay, I have just 1 year of experience, I just have 1.5 years of experience, so can I apply for the job abroad? Because many a times I get the queries, I get the emails that, okay, you just have 5 years, I don't have the 5 years of experience, how can I look for the job abroad, right? So that's a very biggest myth people tell you, that okay, if you don't have 5 years of experience, you cannot move. So Aditya is the biggest example, sitting right in front of you, sharing his experiences. When he moved here, he just finished 2 years of his work experience in the industry as a data scientist. That's so nice. Yeah. So, and so talking about like you said, okay, you had a very less experience. How did you prepare to move here, and while you were looking for the job, both technically
Yes.
and you can say non-technically, in terms of interviews, in terms of CV writing, cover letters, because the expectations are totally different here in Europe than the Asian countries. Yeah.
Yes, on that, like, first of all, I would like to add, like, yes, as you mentioned before, it was people when I was trying to apply here, like, lot of people told me that, like, hey, you do not have enough experience, stay in India for like 3 4 years more and then gain experience and then apply. But and I was kept getting rejection. So I reached out to Sandeep here, and he really helped me a lot, and he said that your skills is in demand and you should keep applying. So first of all, really thank you for that, like for pushing me and like helping me and guiding me through the hard ways. um, Yes, the way I started applying was, of course, like I was not good with my CV and everything. But then Sandeep here told me like what are the pain points of, like, what are the issues with my CV, and then how can I improve it. So I would really recommend everyone, if they are watching us, like please reach out to Sandeep here as well, and like and take his like guidance, because he really guide you well. Um, and so yeah, my thought was clear, that I won't wait for a time, like okay, I will learn, I will spend time in learning for 4 5 months and then I will start applying. But I will start applying from today itself, and while I'm applying I will keep learning. So because when you are, for example,
Yes.
let's say that you keep applying and you get an interview call, so you apply, but you at the same time you're learning. So you're doing two things simultaneously, and it keeps you updated with the information, and it's much easier for you to crack the interviews than when you are like, just don't wait for applying, just start applying, and at the same time start learning.
Okay, perfect, perfect. First of all, thanks a lot for the mentioning about, okay, helping people and all that. Definitely, so wonderful, so nice of you. Yeah. Now the one thing during the while answering the question, you said, okay, like you start learning and then start applying. Okay, so because you said, okay, you go into the interview, you learn about the things, and then you come back and prepare better based on the feedback, based on it could be technical feedback, or it could be non-technical feedback on your communication, on your strategy, or it could be on your interviews, or it could be on a CV, cover letter, or anything else. That's so nice. Yeah. So that's a great tip, I would say, that you just go start first. Like I always say, there is a saying that, okay, when you go drive a car on the road, can you see far away your destination? Right, you cannot see your destination. You see your destination when you are about to reach there, but on the way, you are driving the car, you are on the journey, there will be hundreds of turns, right, left, center, whatever, and then you will be just adjusting your yeah, like you will be handling your steering, and then steering on the way accordingly, how the road is, how the journey is, and then maybe there is a traffic somewhere, you will take the another route or whatsoever. So this is how it works. The same way, you have to start applying, you have to see how is it going, what has to be done, and then you can change your strategy and apply new things. Yeah.
Yes,
I
exactly.
see
Yes.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see that there are freshers in the LinkedIn session. I can see that, who are asking questions. But definitely, guys, we will be coming back to your questions very soon. So just wait for 10 15 minutes. We will be coming back to your questions, because I see that, okay, people are asking about the salary, how to search for a job as a fresher. So maybe Aditya will be sharing his secret ideas or tips.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. So. So let's say, doesn't matter you are a professional abroad, doesn't matter you are a student studying in Europe. So what kind of technical skills you must focus so that employers are interested to speak to you?
Okay. In general, of course, like you should start with with one of the programming language. It can be Python. It can be R. But I use Python, so I would try to focus more on the Python libraries. So in the Python, there are multiple libraries like Panda, NumPy, scikit-learn, sklearn, and all of that. So you can focus on that. Maybe if you also can go more further, you can learn TensorFlow, Keras, or if you're not interested in TensorFlow, you can learn PyTorch. So this is more of the programming like sites. But for example, for database, you can learn the how to write the SQL queries, because you need to fetch the data from the database you have. So SQL query is also very must for the data scientist. Also, like you need to know how to visualize the data. For visualization, there is again Python libraries like Seaborn, Matplotlib, or Plotly. I generally prefer Plotly because the visualizations are there more nicer. But if the data is large, like for example, if I'm using big data, then I would go with Seaborn. uh, Now, for productionizing, like when, for example, if you have made a machine learning model, then you want to put it onto production, there are two ways. You can do the on premises, or you can do it on the cloud. So if you have like GCP or AWS, then it's a big plus, because these days the companies are moving to the cloud, and they like people who can deploy the stuff on the GCP, and they can build pipelines on the GCP or AWS. But if you're on the on premises, if you have the knowledge of big data, because most of the big companies are using the big data like Hadoop. So just the knowledge of the architecture of how the map reduce, and like how the Hadoop works, how do we store the files in the SDFS systems and all of that. So it will be also a big plus. So yeah,
Yeah.
these are like kind of the technical skills I would say someone should have.
Definitely, definitely. So what I understood that, okay, you are talking about there should be one programming language which could be Python or R with the other libraries. Then you need a SQL. Then you need a visualization tool exposure, and then you need at the end you need the cloud exposure, because anyway on premises data centers are going out of the way in coming years for sure. Many are already replaced. So
Yeah, and also, like, of course, don't forget the machine learning. Like, this is like the base ground, and
yes,
your maths and
definitely.
statistics. Like, so I would tell you this. Like, when I was working in India, I was focused. I started just like I did one of the course from Andrew NG. Like, it is one of the most famous course in for data scientists or machine learning engineers. The basic machine learning with the Andrew NG. So I did that course, and directly I went with the started doing the deep learning, like computer vision NLP. And I didn't do the path of like understanding the statistics and the maths behind everything. And this is something like I should have done, like before starting jumping onto the deep learning. I should have understand the maths and statistics, and this is what I'm focusing on. So I would really recommend start with simple machine learning and understand the maths, like, and understand the statistics, like the what is the difference between frequentist statistics and Bayesian statistics. How do you apply things? How do you apply MLE? How do you apply Bayes theorem and all of that? So just understand the basic and then start moving up, like for towards deep learning, like computer vision and all of that.
Perfect, perfect. There is a question somebody is asking, that how to prepare for interview questions, mainly when it comes to case studies, right? Maybe you are given a scenario and then you have to come up with a some kind of solution. So can you elaborate a little bit on that, especially somebody who is not located in Europe?
Yes.
Yeah.
So generally, when the case study happens, the interviewer will give you like, "Hey, this is a problem. How can you solve with the data science?" But of course, like if you have not done the data science project on your own, like you won't know. So what you can do is like go on Google, search about like how different companies, like big companies like Amazon, Google, or Microsoft, or like even the smaller companies, or like there is a company called Neuralink, which is from Elon Musk. You can read about like how do they use machine learning or data science for their different operations. For example, in Amazon, we use recommendation systems for recommending the users, but there are many other ways we can use data science there. So read about them. So this is one way, like read about companies, how do they use it, and you will literally find a lot of resources on this. And I personally go myself through all the use cases, like how different companies use data science. Another thing that you can do is start preparing or like solve questions on Kaggle, because on Kaggle, when there is a data science problem, they formulate it in a case study way, and then you can solve it, and then you can look around and find how other people have approached the solutions, and try to build your thinking, like data science thinking.
So that's more for the somebody who is coming fresh out of college or having 6 to 8 months of experience. But yes, somebody is a working professional, then he can definitely he has the experience in terms of his own projects,
Yeah.
maybe to like have a working experience of, let's say, 2 to 3 years, or maybe 1.5 years like you. So you have the experience, okay, how the solution works, how data science solutions are implemented, and then based on that you prepare that case study, what they have given you, what problem they have given you, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is one question: what salary one could expect as a fresher in data science in Germany? Somebody is studying in Germany. So maybe if you have the idea, though you haven't studied, but just in case if you know, you can mention. Otherwise, skip it. Yeah.
Yes, I would say like as a fresher, fresh out of college, if you have done your masters, so you can expect around 50 to 60. I would say 60 is really good, and
Yeah. Yeah.
50 is like
Definitely.
50 would be like the very average. I would say like so 50 to 55 would be you can expect something around that.
Okay, perfect, perfect. That's nice for, yeah, to start as a fresher, because you are still single, you are coming fresh out of college, so that's so wonderful, I would say. Okay, so 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 as a student, uh, w- so how a student can prepare in terms of project or internships. So when he or she looking for a job, sitting in Europe looking for a job, right? So how those students can prepare themselves, whether it's projects or internships or something else. On the technical side, what they can do.
They can like start like working I mean in their free time they can start the very first thing is like start building a portfolio on Kaggle. Like if you solve multiple problems, because the Kaggle website is like very well known in the data science world, and if people know that you're using Kaggle a lot and you're solving questions there a lot, it's really a big plus. So you can do one of that thing. Second, you can just start like by maybe like, for example, you can think of, okay, I can make a one solution, maybe a computer vision solution I can make, and then you can put it on your CV. And then of course you're working on your thesis, which is also an important and a very big aspect of a master students. So um, this is, but yes, I just try to like find the open source projects and try to contribute there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that these are great tips. I would say, like you said, that okay, solve the problems available in Kaggle, because I remember you told me earlier also that in Kaggle you can answer the questions over there. You build your profile and then you submit the solution, and then you are rated. You get the feedback. Okay, how did you perform? And then you
Yes,
know your weak points, and then you can work on those weak points, right? So, and then you mentioned also that okay, you can prepare something your own, have it on any kind of
GitHub.
system, for example GitHub. I don't know if it's possible to have
Yes, you
data science
can have.
solution. Yeah, yeah,
You can have
you
it.
can have it on the GitHub, right, on something similar. And then master thesis is also very important. Look for the thesis where you are going to learn, which is related to what you are really looking to do in the long term. And finally, you also mentioned that okay, look for the open source project. That's so wonderful. I'm in my academy, I have a student who is searching for the job. So she's also contributing into multiple open source project where she's gaining the experience, when so that she can present herself very well in front of the employers with that experience, with the what she's learning, right?
Yes.
So she's gaining knowledge. So that's so nice. Yeah.
And also one thing that they can do is like start reaching out to people on LinkedIn, and maybe also can, if they can find a working student job. And if this because then after, if you have a working student job, then you can maybe, if you're good enough there, they will take you as a full time or maybe give you an
Yeah,
internship opportunity.
yeah, you never know. That's a very well said. You have.
So yeah, for example, one of my friend is a master's student, and I was able to like refer him for the working student in my company, and he was able to get that.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
if you have more connections like that, and if you reach out to people, there can be that they might be able to refer you, and your doors can open any day.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's so nice. Okay. Okay. Uh, so we have talked a lot of skills until now, like what skills one must work on and all that. Now I want you to categorize those skills. Like what are the must have skills and what are the good to have skills? Can you share, like do that kind of bifurcation?
Okay. So the must-have skills should be, of course, your communication, like how you present the data. That is important because this is what they look when you're interviewing. Also, I see here, especially in Europe, like just not your technical skills, but also your behavioral skills are important. Like how you questions, and for example, they can be like, hey, what are the conflicts that happens between you and your maybe a colleague or maybe your other student, and how you deal with that. So also prepare for behavioral questions. But the must have technical skills, I would say, yes, a Python programming language, or any programming language that you prefer. Second, any visualization tool. It can be just, if you can do the visualization using Python, Python libraries like Plotly, Cpon, or if you know another visualization tools like Tableau, Looker, these are plus. And of course, the normal basic maths, like how the probability distributions, like different distributions are, just the basic, not very extreme, like how you can do the maximum likelihood estimations, and not just the very basic stuff like how different distributions are. And of course, the simple machine learning algorithms, but just know how they work and why they work. And and the SQL. So these are, I would say, the must-have skill: SQL, Python programming, the basic stats, and the basic machine learning. So these are the four like topics that you should really focus on.
And good to have.
Good to have. I would say like I mean, the more the merrier. You can focus on having the cloud knowledge. You can have knowledge about how the different big data system works, and of course, then you can go more further, like start learning the deep learning, like computer vision or NLP, whatever you want to focus. So these are the really good to have then.
Okay, yeah, definitely, definitely. Good. So now talking about your job search, what do employers expect from you when you are looking for a job? So what are the expectations of the employer? So as a person, what they are looking forward to see in you when you are applying
Uh,
for that job?
I think as a data scientist, they moreover look as they moreover analyze your problem solving skills, like how you can analyze how you literally solve a case study using data science. So that's why I keep saying that like try to read about like different use cases, like how different companies solves them. So this is one thing in and of course the technical skills, like for example, if there is an imbalanced data set, how will you work on it? If there is high precision, low recall, high recall, low precision, how will you solve them? So just the basic understanding of how the machine learning algorithm works, so they look forward to it. And of course, so yeah, the problem skill solving skills is really important that they look forward. And of course the general technical skills, like your Python, your SQL, and how you can solve a case study using data science, how would you apply it. It doesn't has to be perfect, but they just look at how you approach a problem, like whether you're just like you're not afraid of like solving it, but you start thinking about it, and you really think of a problem using your data science brain. And of course the third thing which is really important, and I see like especially in Europe, it's your behavioral skills, like
Mm-hmm.
your strength, your weaknesses, how you deal with your colleagues and everything. So they really focus on behavioral skills, and I think you should also not just focus on the technical skills, but also focus on how, I mean, your behavioral quotients.
Yeah, got it, got it. So technical plus behavioral, that's the or and the problem solving skills, like you said.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect, perfect. Okay, so yeah, definitely you spent a lot of time. So how challenging was the journey of moving abroad? So can you share, like, give a gist of it to us? Yeah,
Okay, is it about the job search?
yeah,
Like, oh yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
for me, especially like as I didn't have like I just have 1.5 years of experience, so it was definitely difficult than when you have like 3 years of experience at least, or 3 4. But trust me, like it's not impossible to get a job. You will definitely get a job if you keep applying, keep pushing yourself. So and yes, just take every rejection as a positive and like try to learn from it, like what did you do wrong. So for me it was like difficult because for example, like it was around like I started applying in October and November, and in February I made to the final round of a company, and I lost it. Like
Oh,
I got rejected, and I reached out to Sandeep here after that, and I was really sad. But I would really say, don't be sad, just don't give up and keep applying. And just just keep yourself around with the people who will motivate you and who will see good in you. And so yeah, that's what I would recommend. So that's how my journey was. Like it was very interesting, and I got to learn a lot. Like if I would not have just thought of like moving to Germany, I would not have learned so much like over a short period of time, because I was kept learning, and I kept applying. So I was really I was working hard like to get here. So I would just say like it was a good phase.
yeah. So I would say, like I always said, like I always say, keep walking and keep learning. So that's what is applicable. And the one thing I want to highlight to the guys, when he moved here, it was 2020. That's the worst time when the pandemic started, and nobody knew what is it. And then things, even vaccines were not there, and then there were the strongest lockdown was there, and then flights were not working, and a lot of other challenges. Still, he got it with just so like he when he got the offer, he just had the 2 years of work experience. That is so wonderful, that okay, keep walking and keep learning until you are here. It takes time, and you said that okay, with 1 to 2 years of experience it will be more challenging compared to 3 to 4 years, but I would say it is equally challenges whether you are 3 to 5 years of experience, because I'm working with more than 300 professionals at the moment who are in the academy. And before that I worked with so many professionals before launching the academy this year. So I came across them. They are applying hundreds of jobs and they are not getting the interview calls, like those professionals who are not part of the academy, right? So this is the way, basically you have to figure out how this whole thing works, and then you have to understand the mechanics, and then you have to be in the game, you have to jump into it and then play your cards. So that's the strategy, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely I agree with that. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, so we are very close to the session, to close to the end of the session, and then we will be moving to the questions what people are posting. So, so two tips for students to become data scientists who are studying in Europe.
Mm, be in love with maths. Like, if you love maths, you will like really like love it when you would go through the machine learning algorithms. Like, how do they work? For example, just one for all the data science people, if they are watching us, like if you know like how regularization works and linear regression, if you learn about how regularization work in XGBoost, you would fall in love with it. So just if you're in love with maths, you would really like it. So yeah, try to just understand the maths and just don't jump onto algorithms. Like, I want to do this algorithm, that algorithm, it's a fancy algorithm, so I want to learn it. Just understand the basics, so you will like it. And so yeah, keep working on Kaggle. I would say like Kaggle is really good.
Okay, so technical plus practice at the end. Okay,
Yes.
and professionals searching for the job. So will the tips remain same or will be different?
uh, I mean, like for the professional, they already know, like they are learning a lot. So they already know like what they. But I would just say, like if you're applying from Germany, like from India for Germany, just don't lose the spirit, because I know like how hard it can be to apply every day and get rejected. But don't lose the spirit. Don't give up and keep applying. Trust me, if I can do it or anyone can do it, you can also do it. So just keep
Definitely.
doing
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. So let's jump into the questions. So yeah. So let's see what do we have. So what is the process? People are posting more questions related to job search generically. So maybe let's I will also answer them parallelly, so that and we will also answer the data science questions. Okay, I have a 5 years of experience in other domain. Is that possible to move to this role? So maybe that's a question for you, Aditya. Yeah.
Uh, yes, it is. It is definitely possible, but you should have like you should show them like why you want to become a data, and not just why you become want to become a data scientist, but you're doing efforts, and you're putting efforts in doing that. So you can do multiple courses on Coursera or edX, so that you have some certification, so that they know that you are learning and you're putting efforts, and not just you want to. And then of course you can do the side projects, like, and mention them in your CV, like I have done all of these projects after my work, and I really want to move into the position. So it's definitely possible, but it's I mean it's more difficult than like if anyone already have an experience in data science.
Just to add one point here. So let's say I'm not into data science domain, like Lohit you are asking. So if you are from not into data science and you are into other, let's say you are into software development or other non tech industry, so what you can do first, like Aditya very well said, that okay, build your skills, learn the what data science is, and learn the all the technical stuff what he has mentioned, language, SQL, visualization, know about clouds, which is not must, but yes, good to learn. And then try to do some projects, and then I would recommend to switch within the country where you are located. If you are in India or other country, just switch in that country, get into the profile where you have to maybe you have to go back in your career journey, you have to step down in your career journey. That might happen possibly, but yes, then you gain at least 1 year of experience and then start looking for the job abroad. So in that sense it's definitely going to work, so what I believe. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. When what is the process of getting a job in Europe being an Indian citizen when you have complete knowledge? So maybe I would like to answer that question. So see, when it doesn't matter you are an Indian citizen or whether you are any citizen of any other country, what is important is that you have to meet the employer's job requirements. what skills you have, what do you have the skills. You just have to ask yourself a few questions. Do you have the skills which can solve the challenges or problems of the employer, right? Do you have that experience what they are looking for? You just have to present that experience what they are looking for. And then plus they are looking for your whether you are the cultural fit, you know how to work in a organizational environment. And then you have the decent communication skills. I would not say that you need to know C1 or C2 level of English or German. If you're applying to the German jobs, then maybe B1 is more than enough to get the calls. And then you can justify to them through your technical skills and as well as your learning, that you show them, you give this message, okay, you are preparing for that, you are learning the language. And if it's about English, if you have the decent English with a B1 level of English, then that's more than enough, I would say. Okay, I think this one we have already answered about the salary of the fresher. Aditya, you answered it already. And then how did you find the job? This is also done. Yeah. So okay, that's for me. What is the process of getting a job as a digital marketer, being an Indian citizen where you have 3 years of experience? So the process is always same, like I already mentioned, Wanderlust. So process is always same. You just have to present your technical skills. In my academy, I have the guys from digital marketing who are working into various companies, US MNCs, and other big companies, right? Big So they are getting interview calls. Even a lot of guys supporting the big companies in US, working remotely for those big companies while sitting in India, and now they are looking for the job here. So process is pretty much same, like we discussed earlier. Okay, you have to have the strategy, develop that connection, show that you can solve their challenges. Okay, so I'm having 9+ years of experience as a SAP technical. How is the opportunities for this profile? SAP technical, yes, there are a lot of opportunities. Whether I don't know which kind of module you are coming from, whether you are from SAP HANA, SAP MM, or maybe Ariba. So you just have to see how are the jobs available in your area, and then you can see if jobs are there. You can definitely apply. Yeah, and guys are getting calls in the academy. Okay, how to prepare for interview questions, mainly case study and other technical interviews. I think this one we covered, like how to prepare for the case study. We talked about it already. And this one is also done. Like, is it possible to get a job as a fresher in data science in Germany? We did that. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
let's
I
go
guess.
back.
Okay.
Mhm. Go
So
ahead.
how as a fresher in Germany, like I remember there is this guy who reached out to me on LinkedIn, and he's doing his masters from one of the colleges in India, and he got a job directly from there, like while doing his masters. So I think it's definitely possible
Yes.
if you're a fresher, and
Yes,
you can
yes,
still
yes,
apply.
yes. Even it's possible in India. Definitely, you are very right. But in that case, I would say if you are really serious to come as a fresher, to want to move here, then it's 100% possible. It's just that I would say, also learn the language at least till B1, right? If you have that B1 language, and then you have the practical exposure in your master thesis, or maybe you in India we don't have the concept of master thesis, but yes, there are industrial trainings are there, 6 months industrial training in the last semester. It's a kind of thesis thing. And then you have in two trainings of 2 months each over the period of time. And then you make your own projects, you can show your own university projects, and then plus learn the language. Then it's possible as a fresher. But yes, be prepared to struggle uh, on the way, because it's going to be a long way, but yes, it's possible.
Yes.
Yeah. And in the meantime, I would say, let's say you are just passing out, also look for a job in your home country in parallel. It's not that, okay, you are just passing out and you say that, okay, I just want to move abroad, I don't want to work in my home country. In that way, it's going to have a negative effect on you. I would say get a job for yourself in parallel in your home country, and then also look for the job abroad. Then it's really going to help you, because the things you will learn, the experience you will gain, because it's going to give you the corporate exposure at the end. That's very very important. So, okay. Yeah, KPO, I don't. If you are talking about the operations, yes, operation. There are certain fields which are in demand in operations, especially the payments, or maybe talk about other. For example, you are working for a data science company or other organization, risk and compliance you are working for. So operations profiles are definitely in demand. If you are any of those domains, definitely you can come. Okay, let's see. I have around 1 year of experience as a QA. Can I increase my experience by adding some freelancing experiences? Maybe you can answer that one.
Um, I'm
Not
not
in
sure.
not in context of QA.
I'm not sure, like, if I mean, I had put my experience as a freelancer, which I worked for 3 4 months for coming to Germany, like to get some money. But I would not say like it really boosted my CV. So, but yes, I mean, it can still like help you, like, because they would say they would see that, yeah, okay, you're working, but also you're working as a freelancer in your part time, so you're putting in more efforts. And also what matters is like, as you have 1 year of experience, so they would see like what all kind of the tools you have used. And so yeah.
So
So
that means freelancing experience will add a value, at least in
yes,
terms of how you helped the employer. Maybe you worked on a project which really changed a lot for the employer, though it could be in the sense that for the client you're working as a freelancer. So if it's a decent project where you have delivered a solution, it will definitely add value. So it doesn't
yes,
matter you are from a QA, you are from data science, you are a developer or whatsoever. So it will definitely add value if you have solved a bigger problem for your client. Yeah, perfect. Let's move further. Hmm. Yeah, this one is already answered. Freelancing can be counted as experience if you have the like solve the bigger problem, then yes. Yeah. Mm, maybe this one, maybe you want to answer. I have done my master in data science and business analytics from NMI MBS MS Mumbai and have around 2 years of experience as a senior applied data science. What are my chances?
I think the chances are really good, especially as you have masters and you have 2 years of experience. So they're really good. I would just say start applying, and you would find good opportunities here.
Definitely. You must work on your approach, reaching out, how to present yourself, behavioral interviews, and then technical stuff. Like Aditya already talked so much about it. Yeah. This one we have covered while we answering for someone else. I think like how to switch to data science from other field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you can mention about some portals where you were looking for the jobs.
Yes, there are multiple portals like Stepstone, Indeed, and Zing. But I personally like LinkedIn a lot, and I just even today, like for anything, if I need to find a job or anything, I always recommend people to go with LinkedIn because it's much clearer and it's most nicer for me. This is my personal experience, but yes, there are multiple websites like Stepstone, Indeed, and but yeah, Indeed is also I had a good experience with Indeed, so I would say like LinkedIn and Indeed. But if I would have to choose the only one, then I would go with the LinkedIn.
Perfect. Yeah. And yeah, a beauty about the LinkedIn is that you have the networking opportunity. You have the opportunity to speak with the guys who are already working here in the same profile as yours. You can get the insider information, company you are targeting for. So a lot of stuff, a lot of information is available. You can get hack out of the like reaching out to people, asking. Definitely a lot of times people tell me, okay, I don't get replies from when I connect with the guys. So that's definitely true. You will get only responses only 20% of the times max, right? You reach out to 5 people, maybe only one person will reply to you answering your question. So but it's that you want to make it happen, you have to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's related to visa application. If a person received a job offer from Europe, whether he should apply for a particular country's visa. Definitely, if you got the offer from Germany, you should apply for the Germany work visa. If you got the offer from Netherlands, you have to apply for the visa for Netherlands. Definitely, once you move here, you can travel freely in the Schengen states, Schengen countries. You can travel freely for 3 months, so that's not a problem. So regarding the money, you said you're asking, okay, do you need to have some amount of money to travel, or company will help in the visa? So it depends. There is always some relocation benefits given by the employers, but again, it's the employer's choice whether they are offering the relocation benefit or not. It's up to the employer. It's their choice. What is their policy? But yes, you can always, if you get the offer, you can always ask with them, and then in some cases they might give you that like air tickets, reimburse for your air tickets, reimburse for accommodation, right? A lot of other things. So you can see like what your employer is interested to do for you. Yeah, this one is a tricky one. I don't know. Yeah. Is it possible to have a bachelor in mechanical planning, master in data science? I think what he's trying to say that he has a bachelor in mechanical. Can he do master in data science or statistics? Maybe you. I think you don't have much knowledge about study in Germany, I guess.
Yeah, no, no, no. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe then I can answer this one. So when you apply for a master study or bachelor study in your especially in Germany, then they ask for the credit points. They ask that, okay, you have specific credit points for your statistics, for your programming skills, for your databases, and then other IT related things, for example cryptography. So if you have learned those things, but in mechanical those things are not taught, so in that case the options will be very less. So but still there will be few universities, very few universities, which will be interested to speak to you if you have if you have worked on certain projects. Maybe you have done some internship and at any organization where you have worked on those technologies, those areas such as statistics or maybe programming languages, databases. So then you can show that, and then they will take a test. You have to clear that technical test. If you clear the test, and then you might also have to attend an interview. If you justify that you have the skills, you can get admission, but universities are very few, I think. Yeah, let's see, maybe this is a good one. Yeah, what salary can we expect with a 4 to 5 years of experience? So yeah, for this one, maybe what do you say, Aditya, about this, in if I talk about data science? Yeah.
I think you can expect at least 75.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Yes, same goes with the technical other technical areas, for example software development, or automotive testing, or you are from SAP, you are from product management, you are working as a BA. Then if you go a little bit down on the non-technical profiles, for example BA or scrum master or project management, so it would range between 65 to 75, considering you are also not sitting in Europe. Because sometimes I have seen that employer give leverage to the local experience which you don't have. So initially it might, you might, as being coming from a non-tech side, you might get a less salary. But yes, somewhere between, you can say 65 to 75, 60 to 75, whether you are from tech, non-tech, is possible. Yeah. Um, yeah, once you got the job offer, did the company help you with the visa process?
Yes, they help me with everything. They send me the documents like through the post, but it's just like you have to go with all the documents that my company gave me to the embassy, and so yeah, so my company helped me like throughout like all the processes. Like they paid for the visa, they paid for the flight tickets, and the moving cost. So yeah, it depends on company to company. Some company they don't like, they will tell you like, hey, this is the job offer and you have to apply the visa on yourself. But this is it's also a very simple process. It's not really complicated. If you have the job offer, you can also like get the visa very easily.
Yeah, so it's more about if your company is offering some relocation benefits or not. It's the company policy. But yes, it might be there, it might not be there. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, definitely jobs are available in UK. You have to see what industries are having jobs. For example, software is very good in UK, automotive, mechanical is also okay. So, you have to see what kind of profile you are into, and then accordingly, you can look for the job. Uh, Divesh, you can join my Telegram group. You can, as I see that you are on YouTube, watching on the YouTube, you can go to the description. You can join my Telegram group where you can ask your questions. Yeah, yeah. How's the job market in Europe for data analytics?
Yes, I can take this one. Yes, I would say like it's really nice. We need more like a lot of data analysts here in Europe, and especially in Germany also. You would see a lot of openings for data analysts. So yeah, if you just start searching for it, you will find lot of opportunities.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. How many applications you sent so far? I mean, when you, I think he's asking like when you were moving, how many applications you sent and then how long it took. Partially you answered during the session. Still, if you can answer.
Yes, I applied, I guess, around 400 companies, maybe yeah, 400,
It's a
easily, I
big
would
number.
say. Yeah, yeah, easily 400. So I used to apply like for every day, like 4 or 5 companies. And so yeah, and it took me around like 8 or 9 months to finally get a job.
And you're sitting here for almost 1 year now. Yeah,
Yes.
that's wonderful. Hats off to you. Yeah.
True.
Okay, perfect. Maybe I will like to answer to Anil. So I have 10 years of experience in IT. Age is 43, looking for a job in Europe. So Anil, I would say age will not matter if you have a good experience into some kind of technology, or if not in technology, you are into area or in a field which is in high demand. There are a lot of jobs coming in your profile. You can definitely consider that. But yes, if you are from, sorry, if you're from tech side, then yes, chances will be way higher. Important is that you get the offer and then you can apply for the visa. Normally when you go into the German regulation and even for other European countries regulation, that until age 45 there are not bigger issues. But yes, after 45 the requirements will be more stringent for you, but yes, it's possible. Mm, okay, so Neil is saying that okay, where to start the move towards data science? Can you answer that? Like, I think you already shared it in steps. Like, okay, first you build your concepts and then go yeah, make some projects and then practice and then gain some experience and then apply for the jobs. This is
Yeah.
what I yeah, yeah. Mm, yeah, maybe you can answer this one because it doesn't matter where you are searching for a job in Europe.
How can I get job in
No,
Ireland
no.
for
I
software?
think I don't get it. How much? Maybe question is not clear. He's asking, okay, how can I get a job in Ireland into software? What I understand. So I think the strategies are pretty much same. You search anywhere in Europe, you are searching in Germany, Netherlands, UK, or anywhere else. Strategies, what personal strategies, what he Aditya has applied will be pretty much same. But yes, regarding the support, you can join the Telegram group. You can ask questions there. You can write me an email with your profile. We can see from there. Yeah, I think it's the similar one like last one.
How to get job in Netherlands and how to, yeah, it's the same, like keep applying.
Yeah, keep applying, work on strategy, work on the feedback, and then yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Is knowing basic German language? No, it's not, but it's really a big plus if you already know a German. For example, like even there are many IT companies where like the official language is English, so they don't require German. But if you know the language, it's a very big plus in your CV because they kind of understand that you're not just interested in the company, but you're interested in Germany itself. Like you will come here and you will involve yourself in the German culture, so you're not just the company fit, but also culturally fit. So it's kind of a plus.
Yeah. Plus, you need to have the technical and domain knowledge what is required in the industry. Yes. How do you prepare the CV for Germany?
Like, should I answer that? Like, I think you will be the
Okay.
best to answer it.
Okay, fine. Yeah, like I said, the see what requirements do the employers have, and then you if you carry those skills, carry those experiences, write them down in your CV, show them okay, you have the experience, you have the knowledge, what they need, you are the right fit. You can definitely get those calls. So yeah, this is what guys are doing in academy. Like yesterday, I shared a post of this guy who is from DevOps background. In 3 months, he got two offers and both of them close to 80,000 euros a year. He is, I think, 6 to 8 years experience into DevOps. So he can do it, you can do it. So anybody can do it. You just have to have the motivation. You must work on your technical skills. You have to develop that connection, write down the CV, write down the cover letter. You can get those calls. But yes, this guy was not getting calls before joining the academy, because he didn't know what how to justify why you applied. And this is what we are guys are doing in the academy, preparing CVs, cover letter, which really connects with the employers. Jaheen is asking, I have a job offer from Poland. Wonderful. Congrats. How much is the ideal wait time to get work permit for Poland? I didn't check it myself. I would say maybe you can just visit the Poland embassy website in your home country, and then you will get the idea. This one is already covered, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Do language matters?
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. This
like
is covered. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. So Dipto, being coming from non-technical domain, it's definitely possible if you are from non-IT. It depends what domain you are coming from, what kind of experience you have. For example, you are into digital marketing, you are into sales, you are into business development, you are into pharma. Because guys in the pharma getting calls, guys in the sales getting calls, guys into the business development getting calls, attending the interviews. So it's definitely possible for you. So you have to see, okay, how is the market for your profile. It doesn't matter you are from IT, non-IT. So you just have to, like, multiple times on in this session we have spoke, okay, you have to work on the strategy. Okay, I think the Mahinder's question we have already answered. Okay, maybe let's he has given more details. BE mechanical, MS Germany, data analytics and statistics, is it going to be good? Yeah, we have already spoke about it. Like, a few universities will be open to consider you. You have to attend the interviews, take their tests, right? Yeah, so you need the experience, definitely. If you don't have the experience, universities will not be interested in you. Yeah. Sachin is saying, what are the prospects of automotive product development domain? I have 14 years of experience. I think automotive product development is in demand. So there are a lot of jobs available. You have to see, okay, do you carry the skills? What employers are asking? Look at those job postings, and if you see the number of jobs coming, you are doing exactly what they want. Then you can apply, and then you can get the calls. So yeah, jobs are in product development, automotive, mechanical. A lot of jobs are there in product development. I'm a 3D animator with 10 years of experience. How I can move to Europe or Germany? Yes, you are coming from a profile where there is a creative director, which is more related to your profile. If you are into creative direction, the chances will be higher, because in past days I have spoke with multiple guys from content creation, from animation and graphics, and then video editing. So what we found during this discussion, during the job market research, that creative direction is in very high demand. But yes, 3D animation will also have the jobs, but creative direction will have more number of jobs. So you have to see, if you have the related experience, you can consider that. This one is answered, like, in which platform did you find the job? I think you said LinkedIn already. Okay. What are the chances of getting a job in digital marketing? I'm applying from India 4 years. Do they ask for German language skills? No, like I said, in the academy, we have the digital marketers who are looking for the job. So you can definitely get the calls. Employers are interested in the digital marketing profiles. Mm. Which locations have opportunities for mechanical design engineering? 12 years of experience, I would say. Just focus, I can tell you, like, Baden-Württemberg, Bayern. So these are the two major states. UK, if I talk about Germany, UK has a lot of opportunities for mechanical engineers, so you can see. And why I'm saying Baden-Württemberg and then Bayern, because there is a BMW center hub in Bavaria. right? And then Baden-Württemberg, there is a Mercedes hub, right? In the same way, you can see where is the center, main industries. For example, there are a lot of industries here. Volkswagen is there, Audi is there. You can see where do they have the main plants. Around that, you will definitely find a lot of companies supporting them, working as OEM for those companies. So you can get the job. Telegram link is available in the description. You can check there. But anyway, yeah. What is the job opportunities for Java developer with the a year of experience? Like, I think it's the exact same case what Aditya has gone through. Market is huge for Java developers. You have 1 year of experience, so I would say research the market, work on your technical, work on your behavioral, right, and then start applying. Keep walking, keep learning. So that should be your strategy. Yeah. What do you say about this one, Aditya?
My skill set is Python, SQL, AutoIX, PySpark, Tableau, Excel, and partial understanding machine learning. I want to stick to data analytics. What would you suggest? Yeah, I would say just like you. I think your skills look really good. Because you know Python, so you can do visualization using different Python libraries, and of course you know how to do the dashboarding using Tableau. So I would say, yeah, there you have pretty good chances if you want to stick with the data analytics, and there are multiple opportunities out there on LinkedIn, so you can, yeah, definitely, you have really good chances, I would say.
Perfect, perfect. Okay. Scope of MBA in finance. I would say if you are applying to public universities, go for it. Don't worry, you will be fine. But if you are planning to come to a private university, then it's going to be challenging. You will settle down for sure. You will still settle down, you will still get the job, but it will be way too expensive for you. Like, you have to pay a fee of, let's say, 15-20,000 euros. You need to have a block account is fine, you anyway need it for the public university. But for private university, you still have to pay a fee somewhere between 10,000 to 15,000, or maybe in some cases 25,000 euros a year. So are you ready to spend that money? If you are, then you can consider. Otherwise, prepare to go for public universities, where the expenses will be not more than 13,000 in total. That's it. Yeah. Is there a German consultancies which help in to get a job in Germany from India? So that's a very good one, I would say. Like I said, SAP profiles consultancies cannot apply for you. That, just keep in mind, nobody can apply for the jobs for you. You have to put in the efforts yourself, right? You have to work on your technical skills. Those consultancies cannot work on the technical skills for you. They cannot send your CV to 100 or 200 or maybe whatever you are doing. So you have to apply, you have to find the positions where you are the right fit, and then you have to apply yourself. In case you are looking for the support to preparing your CV, preparing your cover letter, getting the guidance, attending the interviews, preparing the interviews, definitely you can check out the academy. So link is in the video description on YouTube. Yeah. I think this is already done. Yeah, you already mentioned some of them. Yeah.
Yeah. You can go if like you can use Indeed. Like after using LinkedIn, I used to go on Indeed to find if there are more opportunities. But yeah, I would just say like stick with LinkedIn because it's really good. If you know how to search a job on LinkedIn, it's really enough.
Yeah. What will be the scope if after BTech I'm gaining experience in data science in India and then move to Germany for MS in data science?
Yeah, it's really nice. Like if you already if you're getting experience in data science as well, and then finding like out then doing the masters in data science would be much easier. Yes.
Yes, because universities give value to practical experiences you gain. So if you work for 1 to 2 years or 3 years after, like, and then afterwards you apply for master, then definitely you can go for that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's move. I think we will be done very soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
I'm also
I'm
understand.
a yeah, go ahead. I'm a science graduate for having 4.5 years of experience as a analyst. Currently doing PG diploma in data science from Triple IT, Bangalore. Now I will get credits. See, that's a very good question. You have to see whether triple IT is recognized by in the NMIN database. If yes, if it's a PG diploma is recognized, then yes, you will definitely get the credits. If it's not recognized, then you have to go through the test. You have to attend the interview, and then an interview from the universities. Definitely, you can do that. Yeah.
Do I need strong technical skills? I know programming. How difficult? I know programming. How difficult we feel. So Um, I would say not really. Like if you're thinking like you need a skills like for example in India we do like coding competitions like during a bachelor's, and for that we need really good programming skills. Like we need to know a lot of algorithms of data structures and greedy deep and all of greedy algorithms. No, you don't. Like you if you just know how to do the machine learning modeling and like how to do the visualizations, that's enough. But yes, I mean the other technical skills would be like SQL, or PySpark maybe. But yeah, but not really like like pro level skills. Like for programming, you don't need.
Okay. Perfect. How to answer the question about company's product knowledge? If I don't have any relevant experience, but I have more experience into product, so other product. So yeah, you have to see which position you are applying. There should be something. So when you read a job description, they give you the pretty much clear message. Okay, what are the must-have skills? If you don't have those must-have skills, then definitely company is not going to consider you. But if you have the must have skills and then you don't have the good to have skills, then yes, they will still be considering you. But as you said that you don't have a product knowledge, but yeah, those you still have those must have skills, definitely it will add value. Yeah. So I think we are pretty much done here. So yeah, thank you, Aditya. Thanks for doing it. And yeah, I think guys learned a lot because you have shared a lot from your personal experiences coming here, moving here, and then talking about how to become a data scientist. That's so wonderful. Yeah, I'm really thankful to you. And then yeah, so that is it.
Yeah, the pleasure is mine as well. I'm really thankful for like inviting me to this, and I hope it helps people. But I would just last like suggestion: just keep applying, and you will find a job for sure.
Yeah, definitely keep walking, keep learning.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah. Okay then. Thank you.